Welcome back to Just Below Average. On this episode, we got our week's recap from all the college basketball games, all the NFL drama, all the NBA drama, all that good stuff. We'll have some individual free agency and report cards that just came out today. And we'll have the JBA Pod way too early quarterback rankings for 2024. Friday's recap. So we had a lot of games from here to back on Saturday or Friday, I guess, from our last podcast. We got a lot of upsets to go over. Got a lot of season finales that are shaping up. I'm going to go ahead and say that I was told I was wrong on this podcast, that Kentucky would not open up as at least a 1.5 point favorite, that they would be an 8-point underdog. And I would like to say that I'm right, like I normally do and normally am. They were a 1.5 point favorite to start the game or start the opening. They went to a 2.5 point favorite, and then they blew them out by 20. So if y'all want to apologize, now would be the time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a left hand up. It's on me.
I'm not going to apologize. I think any bookie in their right mind would have set that differently.
Yeah, the only argument that I have with you is everybody sucks on the road this year. So
true, but the Cats just beat Auburn at home by 13? They come out, they play Alabama that Saturday, blow them out by 20. They come back Tuesday, play Mississippi State at Mississippi State, which was a road game for them. And you are right, it is tough to win on the road. Reed Shepherd goes off for 30-plus. He really got the last, 14 in the last 5 minutes, which was insane because I was very worried down the stretch. We didn't get our first lead of the game until 4 minutes to go. They played great. It was one of those that you just find a way to win, right?
Yeah, and I feel like that's pretty consistently been their weak spot, getting to that 4 and 5 minute spot and finishing a game. I think they did a pretty good job of doing that, not letting off the gas.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think they finally found a way we're going to win a game. And it's one of those things that but Cal had 2 timeouts in his pocket. He goes on to let him run the floor. I agree with it. You're tied up. You know, if you're down 2, I can see calling the timeout. I can make that argument, say call a timeout, set something up and run it. But if you're tied, it's you go when you're supposed to go at 10 to 8 seconds, and then you score a bucket to win the game, or you miss it and you go to overtime, right? And with the way they were playing, I don't think that they can lose overtime. I've heard a lot of people online say, well, we should have fouled when we were up 3. You're up 3. What does it matter? Yeah, you hit the shot, but now you're just tied and you go to overtime. I don't agree with the fouling up 3. Unless you know that they're hot and really and truly for the last 3.5 minutes, or they weren't hot. I mean, Ole Miss wasn't hot those last 3.5 minutes. He hit the 3 to tie it up, yeah, but I think you take the gamble and you go, because if they do that and they tie it up, well, you still got overtime. It doesn't matter, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think the only mistake that I really saw on that stretch was that foul.
Right.
Was it an and one?
Yeah, I think it was Reed too.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was the big man, wasn't it?
Oh, Big Z.
Yeah, they were up 6. No, I can't remember what his name is. They were up 6, and guy took it to the rack, got an and one, cut it to a 1-possession game. I don't know how much time exactly was left, but that foul just kind of put him in a situation where it pretty much brought him back in the game. The game was over. You let that guy score right there. You take it, go to the free throw line. Instead, that foul happens. They cut it to a 1-possession game, turnover by Reed. They come down, hit the 3, and then It's just kind of a luck thing then.
Right. But Reed made up for it, so I'm not mad about it. Next game I've got Houston versus Baylor. I took Baylor's money line. I was very happy until the shit show debacle that Baylor put on in the overtime possession when they were tied up. They go, he misses the shot, he gets the rebound, dribbles off his leg to the other team, takes it, fouls them. They go shoot 2 free throws. He misses the next shot, and then that's basically ball game. I had Baylor money line. They didn't pull it out. Houston won.
I knew you were going to be wrong about that one.
I was almost not.
Yeah, was that your lock of the week?
I don't believe it was my lock of the week. My lock of the week was North Carolina Monday night.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, you can tell I don't watch Baylor basketball. As I was watching that game, I'm scared of heights. So as I was watching that game, it pretty much made me sick because wherever they record Baylor basketball games, they pretty much record from the rafters. So obviously they don't have many banners hanging up there because that's where they have the cameraman.
True.
So I won't be watching Baylor again this year at home. So
Big 12's hard to watch anyway. Like I was watching Tuesday night after the Kentucky game. I was sitting here, trying to mess with audio production and stuff because we know that it wasn't great the first time, but it was better than most. And I was sitting here and I was like, dude, it's 10:30 and they're just now starting a game. Like I hate the Pac-12 because of that. It's so annoying. Even being Central Time Zone where we're at, like when I lived in Florida, it was 10 times worse whenever like you had a Big 12 basketball game that was big or a Big 12 football game that was big and it's 10:30 and they're starting and it's like, well, I don't want to watch this because it's too late.
Yeah, I think me and Houston were the only ones that wanted to watch Colorado and Colorado State whenever they're playing at 2 a.m.
Correct.
Yeah,
wasn't doing it.
Yeah, y'all would talk about it, and I just can't stay up that late. I'll watch the highlights in the morning.
Correct.
Next Houston game, that was one of that's just a defensive clinic. I think you can always expect that out of those two teams.
1,000%. My big one. Wake Forest beats Duke 83-79. They storm the court, and all of a sudden, Kyle Filipowski is injured. His ACL's torn. His leg's got to be amputated, and miraculously, he plays Tuesday night. And now we've got Jay Billis and all these other analysts saying, "Oh, we need to ban court storming. Somebody's going to get hurt." If you come onto the court and you get hit, that's your own fault. You knew what you were getting into when you were drunk at a basketball game.
I think we just need to treat it like we're at the CFSB Center. No booze.
I don't think the concern is necessarily the fans.
But here's the thing: you're playing that hostile environment. You play in that hostile environment. Win the damn game. It's not hard. Win the game. You're Duke. You're a blue blood. If that was Kentucky, everybody and their mother would say, "Well, we're not a blue blood anymore. We got to fire our coach." No. We'll get to the next one here in a minute of who lost on Tuesday and should fire their coach because he's got a worse record than Cal this year. But I just don't think that you should play it off in that such big injury that you think your leg's got to be amputated, and then your coach misspeaks and says, "Oh, it was an ankle. Oh, my bad. I misspoke. It was a knee."
If you go back and look at it, it looks like he went jelly leg.
Well, yeah, he's 7 foot tall. I'd hope he's got jelly leg at some point. Somebody's running into him. But
I'm on both sides. I'm not a huge fan of storming the court just because of you got players out there. There's no telling what somebody could do. But on the other side, it's a big win. Big win on the road. It's going to be hard. It'd be hard to.
Right. I mean, the only thing that you can do is we know that the storming the field, storming the court fining is just not. It doesn't do anything. I mean, like you saw, Wake Forest was ready to pay it as soon as they did it. They knew their president, one of their presidents of like student affairs or something like that, was videoing himself running onto the floor with the students. I mean, that they don't care to pay a $200,000 fine because they're going to pay it. They're going to move on. And it looks good for their recruitment videos when they do it. Like, oh, we beat Duke last year. Look at this. And it's the last seconds. Everybody's flying out. And now that's going to be engraved in every Wake Forest memory. Like, oh, look at this big – I can't say what I'm going to say. Look at this big crybaby who is got hit in the knee and starts flailing around like his knee's got to be amputated. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the NCAA wants to stop it, though, I mean, they can. Like, I know Jay Billis, he wants to arrest everybody. Cool.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
but
lame.
He's going to tell you that he's not going to tell you to stop, but he disagrees with the entire prospect.
So my only question with this, I've never thought about this in the past. Why aren't we storming the court in the NFL or the NBA?
They used to, but the NFL banned it. Whenever people would beat big teams in the playoffs or big games in week 8 or whatever it was, 16 back then, they banned it. The NFL said no more.
Well, what's stopping us? 60,000 versus the security.
Big Dom at Philadelphia is stopping me. That's for sure.
Big Dom's a loser.
Oh no!
I hate Big Dom.
You're gonna get Philly's fan base on you.
I hate Philly. I hate Big Dom. I hate Philly.
I mean, I don't like Philly, but
I hate Sirianni. I hate
Oh,
Jalen
no.
Hurts just because he plays for Philly.
Well,
I would
you did
love
try
it if
to
he played
kill
for
him.
Washington.
You did try to kill him with the
I
stadium.
did not try to kill him. FedEx Field tried to kill him.
That's you. You associate with
That's
that
me.
fan base.
That's my house.
Your Illinois team got their big W on Saturday. Kentucky, Auburn beats Georgia.
Second.
And I think that's, I mean, as far as big
The only
games
one
go,
I was way off on was A&M and Tennessee. Tennessee's legit though.
Tennessee is good, and A&M did not cover the spread, which we were wrong on there.
Yeah, I made some easy money last night.
I'm trying to make some right now, but it's not working. So.
Oh yeah, we have.
Huh?
I sort of want to bet. I cashed out.
Oh my God!
Profit. See, it was Kansas. I cashed out because I was scared of Kansas, and they pooped it away anyway. So it was
probably
a good thing
smart,
I cashed out.
because that's what I'm going to next. Is Tuesday, BYU 76, Kansas 68. I'm almost positive Kansas has won Kansas has lost 5 unranked games this year. 5, and they're somehow still in the top 10, and they have 7 losses, and 5 of them I think are against unranked teams.
It's Kansas. What do you mean? Of course they're going to be in the top 10.
Correct. But if it's anybody else besides Kansas, they're out of the top 10. They're a poverty program at this point. Like, they're supposed to be a blue blood if we believe in those anymore. They've got to be held to a higher standard, and I just don't. I don't think that they're going to make a tournament run unless they get a really good draw for it. But after that loss, and if they lose Saturday, I think they're way down, like almost like 20 spots down. They may be almost to 25 if they lose Saturday.
It's hard to count out Bill Self.
Yeah, we should really treat Hunter Dickinson like we treated LeBron, because he had the decision of college basketball like LeBron had the decision back in 2011. So Hunter Dickinson's
I'm very glad now he didn't come to Kentucky, because I can't stand him.
Yeah, I don't like him. He does that. He does that celebration. I just want to punch him in the face every time he does it.
Yeah, I will say I got to see him when he was with Michigan at the second round of the NCAA tournament, and I watched him play Tennessee. Mm-hmm. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's solid. I just don't like him.
I just can't stand his attitude on the court. That's the thing. That's my only big thing. But after that, as far as Tuesday and Wednesday go, we don't have a lot of big upsets to go over. I mean, that's the last one. Tennessee beat Auburn last night, 92-84. They were actually down 4 like 2 minutes ago and decided to pick it up.
I think Auburn just kind of lost gas.
Yeah. I mean, since that Kentucky loss, they've been really kind of struggling, and the scenario that plays out now is, which we'll get to here in a little bit. Well, I guess we're not. We can do that now. Is if Kentucky wins out, Auburn losing to Tennessee, Alabama needs to lose 1 game. I think it's to Florida, and Tennessee needs to lose to Kentucky next Saturday, and there's going to be like a 6-way tie for the SEC. And I think we hold the tiebreaker over Auburn, Alabama, and then it would be, a point differential between us and Tennessee for who gets the regular season title. But if we can win out,
that last game with Tennessee,
yeah. But if we win out, regardless if we win next Saturday or not, you take over a top 4 seed, so you get a double bye, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
So. NBA news.
Well, before we get there, like, honestly, I'm not even really worried about the number 1 seed for Kentucky right now. The goal for the SEC tournament is being that top 4.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They're sitting at 5 right now.
Right.
Yeah, so Kentucky's got a lot to play for.
If you win Saturday, Tuesday, and lose next Saturday, I think you can have the 4 seed with Auburn losing on Wednesday. I think that's what can happen.
Love this time.
Florida and South Carolina play, and if Florida can knock off South Carolina, which I believe that's possible, because South Carolina's playing like shit right now. Kansas plays Baylor on Saturday too. Also going to be a very good game.
If Baylor plays as good of a defensive game as they did against Houston, that could be
1,000%.
Where's that game? Is it in Allen Fieldhouse?
It's at Baylor.
I won't be watching that. I don't want to get sick again.
Then you've got Illinois and Wisconsin on Saturday, Kentucky, Arkansas, and this is just top 25. Arizona and Oregon, Marquette and Creighton at 1:30 will probably be a very good Big East game.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah. North Carolina State, Auburn, Mississippi State. That's going to be a really good game because Mississippi State's defense, and if Hubbard plays like he did against Kentucky, I don't see any reason they can't beat him. But it's at Auburn. That's the only thing that scares me.
Yeah.
And then you got Purdue, Michigan State, Tennessee, Alabama is at 7 primetime at Alabama. That'll be a very good one as well. So that's all college basketball stuff I got. But NBA Tuesday.
We're just going to skip the Missouri Valley.
Yeah, they're not top 25. I'm not putting
one
Murray got
second.
beat by 25 on their senior night, which is sad.
I was so close.
Thread,
I was so close to betting Murray plus 4.5, and thank the Lord I did not.
No, God, no. They played like shit in their throwback threads at home on senior night and get blown out. And Steve Prohm comes on and goes, well, we know we weren't where we're supposed to be this year, but we're going to get there.
We're going to get there. We're tournament ready. But are you guys just missing what my Sycamores did to Evansville?
I saw that.
My boy Robbie goes for 35.
Cream's going crazy.
35-8. I don't know how many assists he had. I don't feel like digging into the stats that much, but 35 from my man Robbie.
With the mustache and looks like he has a dad bod, he's America's player, 1,000%.
Yeah, if he's going to be 25? It. If he makes it into March, he's going to be the thing.
Oh, yeah.
No, he is the thing. They're making it to March. The selection committee is going to put him in a bubble game or a play-in game and say, get in.
I don't know if they can. They've got a couple bad losses. I don't know if they can.
They're top 25 right now, aren't they?
No shot. I think they got 2 really bad losses here recently.
Missouri Valley.
They were.
They have because they're done as of Wednesday.
Arch Madness.
They're 16-3 and 25-5. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Murray State to hurry and become good again. Because I miss Evansville going to the OVC tournament, going to the casino.
Lost to Michigan State by 12.
Going to Buds. I miss Evansville. I miss the OVC. I didn't think I would. I miss the OVC.
Evansville was so much fun in the OVC tournament.
I miss John Morant.
Yeah. Maybe one day we can get him on here and just say, hey, let's talk about
come support your alumni.
Yeah, come support us.
He hates Murray State. Have you seen them jank-ass shoes he gave us?
No.
And what he gave Matt McMahon with LSU?
Matt McMahon was his coach, as I'm going to say. And McMahon and Prohm, McMahon's up here.
His numbers hanging in our rafters.
Correct, but the man that helped you get there, for sure going with him. NBA, I've got Luka and his team losing on Tuesday. His birthday was yesterday. He comes out, drops a triple-double, and gets a W. We already have Luka on the podcast right now. He's sitting on the lower part of your screen if you're watching.
That's twin.
That's Luka. It's twin. So,
what up, twin?
Maybe we'll get Luka on soon. It's in the works. Don't worry. And then not a lot with the NBA season.
Night game. They lose that Tuesday night game on that buzzer beater, don't they?
Yeah, it was like a last-second buzzer beater because I had them winning in my parlay that I had, and it was the only leg that didn't hit. So,
it was like
thank you.
It was Max Struss, was it? Max Struss.
Yeah,
Struess, baby, Struess.
Yeah,
Struess
he came out and he hit the dagger to end it.
Struss.
Big Struss.
Big Struss.
It was like the second longest shot or buzzer beater.
Mm-hmm. He threw that pill into the basket 1,000%.
Yeah, he's got that heat culture.
Did you see PJ Washington flexing?
Yeah.
And then his attitude changed so much. he was trying to act like he wasn't flexing.
Jesus. And then NHL, not a lot. I mean, there's a lot happening. It's one of those times where it's after the All-Star break. Teams are starting to heat up. Teams are starting to play a lot of hockey and play a lot of good hockey because, excuse me, there's a lot of teams on that bubble to make the playoffs. The Panthers were in the same spot last year. Avid Panthers fan, so I know all this. But They were in that spot last year, played a lot of good hockey to end it, got into the playoffs, won a lot of games that nobody thought they would, make it to the Stanley Cup Finals and lose out because of injury there. Not really same scenario this year at all. We're number 1 in the East. Looking to do the same thing as last year, except not lose in the Stanley Cup Finals. So Cats, I think they're pulling one out right now. It's 2-1. Let's keep the train rolling, please. Give me something to look forward to if Kentucky loses. All right.
Trevor, what do you have on hockey? What's your thought on the year?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the hold on, let me get this pulled up here. I had some notes. We're gonna go with I think the Los Angeles Kings can make a run. They're standing at 7th in the Western Conference. I'm gonna assume that it's you got me. Hockey's not my strong suit. Can't do it.
We're going to go with Trevor's a Kings fan for now, and they're going to do the same thing as the Panthers last year and play the Panthers in the playoffs, and the Panthers are going to beat that ass.
So, yeah.
So if it's the Panthers against the Kings, I'm rooting for the Kings. I will never root for a team Brian is rooting for unless it's the Kentucky Wildcats.
Yeah, Titans beat that ass this year. It's okay.
I'm a Washington Capitals, and we're sitting at 27-22. That's all I know.
Yeah, they're trying to get Ovi the scoring record, which is probably going to take another 2 years. He didn't come out very hot this year, and then I think he went on like a 10-game streak where he scored a goal a game because he's old. Man. Like he's old, and from watching it, I can tell you that hockey has got to be one of the hardest sports to play. They only go out there for 30 seconds, and then you watch them, and they're gassed, and there's no shot that I'd be able to do it ever. But, I mean,
I could do it.
I don't know about that. But, I mean, it like literally, like, I mean, you got to think people hitting you into a wall, they're bumping you, you're literally running up and down and sprinting for 30 seconds. He's old.
It's only hard if you're soft.
Yeah. He needs like 50 more goals to get to the Wayne Gretzky scoring record. I agree with Biz on this. I think it's going to take him at least another 2 years, like next year. And then the following year will be the year he gets it on the final year of his contract and he'll go. But we'll see. I mean, next year he may start hot and rip 50 goals in 50 games and then be like, hey, I broke the scoring record. Peace. I'm out. I'm not finishing the last year, but we'll see.
So it sounds like we're just holding on to this old guy.
Yeah, it's essentially what's happening.
Okay. All right. I'm cool with it. You know, I'll keep up. Yeah, I'll start next year.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll go Caps.
Sure. All right. NFL free agency. Where's Derrick Henry going?
Dallas.
I know y'all are going to say, where is he going, Brian? You know where I think he's going to go to, and that's back to the Titans.
I don't think so.
No, he's not. Why would he?
Unfortunately. He wants to win a Super Bowl. I think it's the Ravens, Dolphins, or Cowboys at this point, and I hate it as a Titans fan. But if he gets to win a chip, I'm happy for him. But if he goes to the Ravens, I will be a Derrick Henry supporter, but I will not be a Ravens supporter.
Shout out, Clay.
Man, you and Clay are going to watch games together.
That's crazy. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. For those who don't know, Clay was a Ravens fan for our entire college career and is now a Titans fan living in Nashville. So I don't know how that happens as being a bigger rival as we are.
The city changes you.
Yeah.
You were down there. You got that Heat culture, Brian. You thought about it.
No. We're an OKC fan through and through.
You flirted with it. You got to taste the Heat culture.
27,000 picks over the next few years. I ain't worried about it.
That's funny. No, I think Derrick Henry, I'm going to have to go with Baltimore. And if he goes to Baltimore, that's scary.
Correct.
But, I mean, you got a ton of running backs. I mean, you got Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs.
Right. All of the big ones are in free agency this year. So, I mean, really, if you don't get him, you have your pick at it, which Austin Eckler I wouldn't call high, but, you know.
So, with all these running backs – oh, go ahead, Trevor.
I was going to say, Eckler, going off this last year, I don't think you can put him in that top tier. But I don't know if that's just the running back slums or or if he can't compete at that level anymore. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes and if he's a top back.
Agree.
Kind of, I don't know. I guess not to stay on the running back topic. So, with all these top tier running backs on the market at the same time, they've been crying about pay, rightfully so. Is this going to shoot the market up for them?
I think the NFL is going to have to sneak in and find them a way to make their market value. I don't think that any team's going to do it. I think Derrick Henry, I know what he's asking for, or what he's reportedly asking for, and it's like, I want to say it's like 2 years, $20 million, and like the Titans aren't going to pay him that, but
no.
I think it's somewhere in that.
Think for this class of running backs, I mean, you got Saquon, who's been hit with injuries, Eckler, who had a horrible year last year, coming off injury again, missed 4 or 5 games. Really, the only ones are Henry and Josh Jacobs.
Got Tony Pollard too, but coming off Tony average year.
But, yeah. But then again, it begs the question: can he be a lead back? No,
yeah,
he was pretty consistent, or not consistent, but he was pretty good with Dallas. But does he serve better in a complementary role?
I think he serves better in the complementary role where the defense is tired. You bring in Tony Pollard behind somebody like Derrick Henry or Ezekiel Elliott and let him just run it up the gut and get out in free space and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just really have a bad feeling that Derrick Henry is going to go to Dallas because all the Titans do are send their players to my rival teams.
And
that make them really, really good.
A sleeper team for me would be the Eagles for him. I mean, you've got AJ there. You've got Kevin Byard there. You know that they need a running back of some sort, especially in the red zone, because you can't keep doing the stupid-ass tush-push with Jalen Hurts. I mean, that's I think that's the 4th sleeper team for me for him.
But I don't think they have to have him. I think if you have someone to complement DeAndre Swift, I don't think the need is there.
I saw a report today. I don't remember who reported it, so it could have been like NFL memes or something. But I saw something where DeAndre Swift was kind of somehow going to end up on Washington. I don't see that. I don't know because we're losing Antonio Gibson, so I mean we're going to have to get a second guy. We do have Chris Rodriguez coming up, but I'm not sure if he's ready to be a running back too. But
I mean, he did play well last year. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
and you know that year 1 to year 2 gap is usually wide. I mean, like they can either make it or break it, or they really fucking make it.
Yeah.
So the only other ones I had were Jarius Sneed got tagged yesterday, I think. I think after they tagged him, they told him he could explore options for a trade. I don't know where he would go. I think the Titans are a big spot for him because we have enough trade capital and money to pay him for this year, especially. I can see him going to the almost the Vikings, the Texans, or to the Chargers. But I don't think the Chargers can pay him. Is the only problem.
No, the Chargers are about $20 million in the hole in cap space now.
Right. I think they cut Mike Williams for that.
That's Cap Hill.
Yeah, they're top 3 worst. But they're also in talks of who they let go. So I mean, I don't think you can let go of Keenan Allen. But
I think Mike Williams goes though.
I'm fine with Mike Williams, and honestly, I'm fine with Joey Bosa. You get another edge, but I like Khalil Mack a lot. So I don't think you let him or Keenan Allen go. But those are the biggest hits.
Who's the rookie wide receiver y'all have? Something Johnson? Quentin
Johnson.
Yeah. Quentin Johnson.
You think he's gonna have a bounce back year?
I think so. I think he had a rough first year, and I like Brian said that first to second year gap. It's it'll be interesting to see, but I mean it's kind of hard when your focus is Keenan Allen,
right.
And then you have Joshua Palmer, and then you're kind of thrown in the mix to be that Mike Williams. Everybody expected him to be that Mike Williams, and he just wasn't that.
Well, I will say when Keenan Allen and Mike Williams were both out, he shined. I mean, he was a very good receiver for the Chargers. I mean, he kind of stepped into that role. But my thing is I think Justin Herbert needs to, like, when Mike Williams is out and Keenan Allen's got two people on him in double coverage, you can't throw the ball to him. Granted, when Keenan Allen came back, he had, what's his name? Easton Stick as his quarterback. Stick, yeah. I mean, you might as well just put my dog back there and let him throw the ball because that wouldn't happen.
Nelson
would have thrown the, but his arms are this big. I mean, come on.
No, but it'll be interesting to see what the Chargers do.
Right.
But they're going to have to let go of some of those pieces.
I mean, what do we have? Anything. Free agency starts March 12th, so we have like a week and a half almost.
Yeah.
I think it's March 12th.
It should be pretty exciting.
Oh, it's going to be a big one. This is one of the better free agency classes I've seen in a while because you've got people like L'Jarius Sneed and T. Higgins who are tagged and can be traded before the deadline, although I don't think T. Higgins will get traded because they can pay him next year. They just can't pay him this year. But you got to think he gets hurt this year. They don't have to pay him next year if he gets hurt this year. They can move on. So, but there's a lot of free agents out there that are going to be good. I'm looking at the top 75 right now on sportingnews.com. I mean, you've got Mike Evans, who I think is going to be a Chief. Let's be honest. I hate to tell Houston that because I know he's going to love that. But
dude, I will be so mad if
I think he goes.
I think the Chiefs get somebody more like Curtis Samuel. I don't know if they'll get a name like that.
Well, they just got rid of MVS yesterday too, so I don't. And that was to make cap space for Chris Jones or L'Jarius Sneed's contract, which it looks like it's going to be Chris Jones's contract because he didn't get tagged and L'Jarius Sneed did. But I really do. I think Mike Evans goes to the Chiefs, and I hate it. I can't stand it. But he's looking to win a ring again. He can go do that with the Chiefs. Unfortunately,
there's some studs on this list.
Oh, there's a lot. I mean. And I will say this, the Titans better stay as far away from they can from Hollywood Brown. Please. Please. Let him go back to the Ravens. I think
I'm pretty sure Houston wants him.
Like Hugh Bill?
I think so.
Good. Let him go to the Chiefs.
Maybe I made that up.
If we're going to draft a wide receiver, if we're going to get a wide receiver, I want it from this year's draft. That's what I want. We're getting Marvin Harrison Jr., so it's cool.
So, no, you ain't getting that. So, pretty much, me and Beatos are rich.
Yeah.
We've got all the money.
We
can have all these guys.
I don't know what y'all
We're going to be fighting over offensive linemen. So, the offensive linemen are getting paid this year because y'all don't have any. We don't have any. We need to cut our left tackle to save some cap room. We need to cut our tight end to get even more money. I don't remember how much it is, but it's several more $1 million we'd have. Get rid of them too. We're going to probably lose Kendall Fuller, so we're going to need a cornerback. So it's a mess in Washington, but you know what? We're rich.
Yeah,
we're rich.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. That looks good, I guess. But
you know what doesn't look good?
What doesn't look good?
What doesn't?
The NFL report cards for the Washington Commanders being 32nd out of 32 teams on the report card.
You know,
the 30th.
An F in treatment of families. How you not treat people's families well? Let's go with this. Hang on.
We don't have anywhere to put them. We barely even have seats.
Hold on. You ready? They are one of 12 teams that do not provide a family room during games. They are one of 7 teams that provide no daycare support for players' children on game day. No wonder nobody wants to play there.
Well, I'm sorry. This is the NFL. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
Leave the kids at home.
Take care of the kids. Oh my God.
Where do you want them to leave them?
Kids.
There's no way. There's no way.
Look,
cafeteria. How can you not have good food in NFL stadium?
Look, we're working on it. We're about to build a new one. We're not about to build one. We're talking about building one. We're trying to get land at RFK. We want to move back into the city. We need funding, but we're rich.
Dan Snyder had fun.
But you can't afford daycare.
No, Dan Snyder didn't spend any of the money. That's why the place looks like a shithole. When me and Rachel went last year, and literally we're in club level, and it's like cushioned seats, and you walk in there, and the seats look like they're from 1997 when it was built. All the seats were ripped. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, they sure make it look good on TV because this looks like shit. She posted something on her Snapchat story of like us just at the game. And then, like, the guard railing, like, they got chip paint all over it. Like, it's terrible.
We saw that when it fell in on Justin Fields.
Yeah. We tried killing Justin Fields. Or not?
Yeah.
No, Jalen Hurts wasn't Justin
Jalen
Fields.
Hurts. Was it Jalen Hurts?
Cut that. No, I'm kidding. It was Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Well, you tried to kill him. We could tell by the
Yeah.
rusty stadium there that you
look. We just tried to save the NFL from the tush push. Sorry, you guys didn't see it coming.
I can't really say anything. The Chargers are pretty consistently bad.
Well,
I think the Chiefs are like 31st, aren't they?
What's up with the Chiefs owner? He got last.
Did he really?
Yeah.
They don't have good. They don't have good anything.
Just a good quarterback.
Okay, here we go. D+ of family of treatment of families. They provide a family room. At least they do that. I mean, shit. They provide daycare across the street on game day, and a number of players want daycare to be offered on site, like most NFL teams. Their food and cafeteria is ranked 25th overall in food taste. They have no nutritionist or dietitian. No wonder Patty Mahomes looks like a real dad.
He's got the dad vibe going on.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, there's no way that someone that looks like that should chop up the NFL. Like,
I mean, you know what makes me more mad is when we played them in the AFC Championship games a few years ago, and he was dicing us up with his legs, and he looks like that. He looks like me, and I can't do that. That's insane. That's insane. I've got a dad bod from hell, and I can't get out there. I played an alumni basketball game on Saturday. I'm still sore. It's Thursday.
I think I know the problem.
You can't move like that.
I know the problem. It's because you drink Michelob Ultra. He drinks Coors Light.
That's disgusting. Coors Light's
I was going to say your knees suck, but
well, that's why I became a safety professional to make sure nobody else's knees suck. All right. Their locker room at the Chiefs is an F. They don't. 74% feel like their locker is big enough. 64% like they have enough room to put their stuff in their individual lockers. They have a D for a training room. We know that. Look at Patty's gut. Training staff is an F. Weight room is a C. Team travel is a D. Oh my God, the Chiefs are one of 7 teams that require some of their players to have roommates the night before a game. I can't say anything because the Titans apparently did that too. Thank you, Vrabel. Jesus. And an A+ and a head coach because he eats cheeseburgers. So
did you just say that Vrabel let the guys use Tinder?
No, they let them. They made some of them. They made some of them room together.
Not that.
Oh, okay. I thought they meant they get. They can have people over.
I can't cut that part. You're in the middle of talking between 3 people. Oh, all right. But we're just gonna. I mean, the Commanders being 32nd out of 32nd or 32 on report cards is just sad.
I mean, what'd you expect?
Not a lot, actually.
Yeah, honestly, when that came out, I was like, it was a pretty good idea of who was going to be last. Like, I had no doubt who was going to be last.
I'm going to go ahead and say this though: Jerry Jones 1,000% paid somebody to put their lowest score being a D- on their thing, because there's no way that their facilities are that nice.
I bet they are. They've got too much money. Jerry Jones doesn't want to look bad.
He kind of owns the NFL. Honestly, I think he's really the commissioner.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell is Jerry Jones's puppet.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry Jones even has an AI now. So he has a puppet and an AI.
Do the Browns have a masseuse staff?
They're going to have to get rid of Deshaun Watson.
They're training staff is 24 because everybody quit.
Their training staff is a B-. What do you mean?
That's right. They're 24.
80% of the players felt like they received enough of one-on-one treatment. I know somebody that put 100% of myself feels like I get one-on-one treatment.
Yeah. There's one person that he marked him as an A+.
Correct.
Brought the average up.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Are the Browns still like that team you just don't want to play for? Like, I know they've been good the past few years.
Honestly,
decent.
if you didn't know football, if I called Chloe in here right now and said, look at the team uniforms that we have, I almost can tell you that she would say the Browns look like shit, and it's because they do. You're in Cleveland. You're right on your stadium's right on the water in Cleveland. Let's put it like that. And your uniforms look like something from the 1920s. There's no shot I'd want to play there.
It's kind of
pretty-
cool. I kind of like it.
I hate it. I can't stand it.
So you want to wear a jersey that looks like you just wiped your ass?
I
Yeah.
mean,
And
not
everybody makes fun of your
preferably.
stadium.
I mean, if you've got poop looking kind of on the orange color realm, you got some issues going on. But I think they turned it around a little bit. You don't look in the stands and see paper bags.
Yeah, honestly, I like their fan base too. And honestly, I would play for any NFL team. I don't care. Just give me a chance.
Yeah, yeah, that's all I need. They did. I actually got scouted by the Denver Broncos, but I was driven more to the field of HR. So I had to.
It's probably a
turn it
good
down.
career decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for the best.
I mean, you are
No,
you are more fit than Patty is body wise. So I mean, you probably could have if he can do that. I mean, we can do all things if we want to. You just
I've
gotta
been
set our
trying to
mind
tell
to
you
it.
for a long time that I'm top tier athleticism.
And then we can have Crocker get you in a hockey rink and try to make you score a goal.
The problem with Crocker is he would go 200% and he'd try to kill me.
Well, no, we put him goalie.
All right, I'm cool with that. As long as he has no straight path to me.
We'll even add him. We'll add him and say that we want you to be goalie and let Trevor try to score.
I don't even know if I can ice skate.
I can't. I went once and I had to use crates. My ankles were about to collapse. They were about to fold.
Crates? Like milk crates?
I had to hold on to them.
How old were you when this happened?
Probably 5th grade, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I ain't
That
been
makes a little
since
more
because of
sense.
that experience. No, my
I
ankles were
thought you and Rachel went like December and you couldn't ice skate, and I was hoping that if I know Rachel, she definitely would have got a video of that 1,000%.
Maybe we all just need to go play hockey. All three of us need to try to score on Crocker.
Listen,
Brian's
if you
a
want to
good
go
coach.
for that,
he doesn't need to get on the ice.
who doesn't?
You?
No, I'm out there.
Mm,
I'm out there. I'm out there. I mean, if we really want to make this a challenge, there's an ice skating rink, I think, in Nashville that we can go to.
we can definitely make it happen.
And we can get there's a lot of content to come from that because I'm going to fall.
I'm going to need crates.
I've had 3 knee surgeries on one knee, and I have a literal string holding it together right now. So there's no shot in hell I'm not falling on top of myself.
Man. It's not just a fall. You won't be able to get up to get out of there.
I won't be able to breathe. They're going to knock the wind out of me, and y'all going to have to get a stretcher. I'm going to look like Gritty from the NHL mascot with my eyes like pointing different directions. It's going to be a bad day. But I'll do it. Don't think I won't.
That's
so. All right. After report, I ain't got nothing else for report cards or NFL free agency. I do want to go over let's put it like this. FanDuel released a way too early 2024 quarterbacks ranking. I think that it's a troll. I think that they were doing it for clicks, and they're going to get a click from this account. It's going to happen. They put Will Levis at 32, and not even as a Titans fan, that's not even the reason I'm mad about it. You're going to put Jaden Daniels over Will Levis? There's no way that that's possible.
I hate when they do that, and they release some of these rankings, and then they put people in there that have never played or coming out of college expected to get drafted. They'll put them in the top 10. They did it with like Zion. They're like, oh, he's got to be top 3. It's like, how do you know? The dude's never played an NBA game.
And another thing that really got me that makes me think it's a troll is they put JJ McCarthy going to the Falcons, is number 31 over Will Levis. Have we ever seen him throw a football at Michigan?
No.
I mean,
he is the greatest Michigan quarterback ever.
For handing the ball off, yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that motherfucker's thrown a pass.
I mean, Caleb Williams is 12. That's another one. I mean, if he's going to be the Patrick Mahomes 2.0, I guess he's going to be in the top 5. But still, it's just like, man, he hadn't.
With Caleb Williams is his dad needs to chill because apparently he said, I think it was today or yesterday, was talking about how he needs ownership within the team and like he needs basically his entire contract for his rookie contract is going to be close to $400 or $500 million out the gate, and that's just not going to happen.
No,
you haven't played an NFL snap yet.
He better just stay at USC.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't played an NFL snap yet. There's no shot that you get anything like that.
No.
So we're going to make our own list. We're going to throw it up on social media. We're going to see what everybody thinks. Obviously, my number one, I hate you, Houston, is Patrick Mahomes.
I was prepping for this, and I was started to type out Patrick, and like I had to step away because I remembered how much I hate him and the pain that he's caused me. And I will accept his greatness, but he made a comment about Justin Herbert when Justin Herbert got drafted. And it stuck with me this whole time. So on top of him, his success being one reason I hate him. But yes, he's a clear number one.
He has to be. I mean,
that's mama mentality right there, Trevor. You held on to that. You took that personal.
Oh yeah. I will accept it as a man to put him at number one. But that's
the man just won a Super Bowl with no top. I don't even think a top 20 top 20 Rashee Rice for sure. But without a veteran wide receiver, if you don't count Travis Kelce, I mean, he had guys that were dropping balls left and right all season long. He had to deal with Kadarius Toney. I mean, he's the best quarterback in the league as of right now. I mean, there's no way he's not. So you're welcome, Houston. That's the only time that you're going to hear me say that. So enjoy it when you listen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next, what do y'all got for 2?
Mine won't be what y'all's are, so y'all go ahead.
Mine's going to be Josh Allen.
I was going to say Lamar.
We got Jimmy G.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Jimmy G. My man, he's been taking, performance boosters in the bedroom and on the field. He's a professional in 2 different sports. I mean, I can't knock his craft. I mean, I just got to trust it. So he's number 2 for me. He didn't even know his damn list, though.
I got an idea. 2A and 2B. 2A is going to be Josh Allen. Josh Allen. And then 2B is Jimmy G.
I mean, if we're doing A's and B's, I put 1B.
I'm going to put PED.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G. So, all right, that takes care of that one. So,
Jimmy G, I respect your game.
I was not aware of your game, actually. So, actually, I was when you were.
Yeah, he's called Porn Star Jimmy. We were aware.
Yeah, we were aware of your game. Actually,
Jimmy G is hot. Like,
honestly, congrats on the sex, Jimmy G. That's cool.
It's a good looking dude.
Okay, who's third?
You had to go with Lamar Jackson there.
Yeah, I think you can argue Joe just because he made it to the Super Bowl, but I like Lamar in that spot.
Yeah, if you're coming off of this year going into next year, I mean, Joe was heating up. Joe Shiesty was definitely heating up, but Lamar really, carried it. So Joe's obviously number 5, right? Or number 4, right?
Number 4, yeah.
Yeah. 5.
Herbert.
Yep, I agree with that.
There's a lot of lists that I've seen that have Dak.
I have a lot of lists that I've seen say CJ.
Really?
And I agree CJ's good, but I think he's like at 10 maybe. Brock Purdy's got to be up there somewhere. I mean, come on, look at him. Man's a farmer on the weekends and a professional football player during the week. It's crazy. Who do we got for 6?
Shout out to Davis. We're going to go with Dak.
I mean, coming off the year he had last year,
if he keeps that up, he's definitely number 7.
I like Dak just as a person, just his story and stuff like that. But you watch him and he'll do so well. He'll have a great game. He'll have
Mhm.
a great 2, 3, 4 games, but sometimes he's going to screw up. He's going to drop the ball and dirt. So,
Actually, you know what, Dak, you can take that turkey leg and shove it up your ass too. That was so disrespectful, but it was kind of cool. You know?
7.
7. Let's see.
I'm gonna say Jalen Hurts.
Let's see,
Dude. And it's hard to put him anywhere because he played 4 snaps. But man, where's Aaron Rodgers on this list?
That's where I actually had Aaron
have him
Rodgers.
on FanDuel 15.
I had Rodgers at 7.
I was gonna say Jalen Hurts and Aaron Rodgers.
I'm gonna go with Rodgers at 7, and then I'm probably gonna put Jalen Hurts right.
That's the number 1 running back.
Shut.
Jalen Hurts is a running back.
All
He's
right.
a power back. He's a fullback. Fullbacks are so back.
At 9, I had where's he at?
I've got. Let's see. Who'd you have in mind, Brian? Hell, I've been answering all of these.
I was gonna say Tua.
I'll go with. I like Tua.
Who do we have at 8? Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all think Tua is better than Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not. There's no bias on my end, but yes, I don't. I think T-Law's. I mean, look at his last 6, 7 games of last year. I mean, he played like shit.
What about Purdy?
Purdy, if you gave me if this was a end of the 2023 year list, Purdy's at 10, 1,000%.
Where's Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins' Achilles is not on this list because it was not intact.
As much as I really
but I also
like
don't work.
CJ. I'm gonna go with CJ Stroud at 10.
Yeah.
I really like him.
I don't think CJ's 5. I think he's between the 10-12 range, somewhere in there. But we'll go with 10.
And this is where it gets interesting. That top 5, top 6 is pretty easy to choose, and then
because
even
they can go like this from week to week. I mean, they go up down all week long.
7 to 10, 7 to 9. You can. So your top 9 are pretty easy to choose. Once you hit that 10 spot, it's kind of hard to throw them in. But after Stroud, I'd go with Purdy, and I could say that Purdy and Stroud are almost interchangeable at 9 and 10, or 10 at the 10 spot.
So if you're drafting the quarterback, who you taking?
CJ.
Same. So undisputed, above Purdy.
He's a 10. I put Brock Purdy at 11.
Cool with that.
And then I would honestly go Matthew Stafford.
That's who's next.
We let him slip pretty far down.
Yeah, but I just think next year, I just don't think next year. I think he'll have a great year. He's obviously top, 15 quarterback next year.
Who do you put him over though, Davis?
I'm putting
That's the argument. If I had a 17 game Matthew Stafford, maybe he's in the top 5, but he's always hurt.
Right. Who would be number 13?
Trevor Lawrence or Kirk Cousins. Who y'all got over them
I
two?
don't know where Kirk's playing next year is my only
I've got
thing. I don't know
Jared
where he's going to go. Jared Goff I love a lot. I think,
where's he on this list? Oh, he's 14. Okay,
13.
yeah. I can't have him slip any further.
Yeah, Jared Goff. My only thing with Kirk is I don't know where he's going next year. I don't know who he's going to play.
Yeah.
Is he going to be back with the Vikings? Is he not? Because if the Vikings
is he coming back home?
I've heard that. With the Vikings get rid of Jay Jettas and get all these picks, they're not going to bring him back. They're going to go try to get a quarterback in the draft, or they're going to go get one in free agency that's young. Like they could trade for Justin Fields and give him to Chicago and let him be behind or be with Caleb Williams the entire way of his journey for the next 3 years, and let him build him up and let him learn. If they do indeed trade, if they trade off Kirk Cousins.
I'm very intrigued by. I know I'm kind of changing the subject. I'm very intrigued by the Justin Fields situation. I can talk myself into a lot, but whenever we first, we started the year 2-0, I was really like, "Hey, 10-win team, easy." Well, we were a 4-win team. So as we the draft position was going lower and lower, I'm like, "Hey, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
And then we get the 2 spot, and I'm like, well, shit, what do we do now? We got to take a quarterback. So I wanted Marvin Harrison, but then it's like, what's the value of Justin Fields? I know you got to pay him after this year, but what's his price? Don't know what that is going to be. But Marvin Harrison Jr., that's a sexy name.
It is, but who the hell is going to throw him the ball if y'all don't have a quarterback?
Justin Fields.
You just gotta. They can make it. They can make it.
Just let Marvin Harrison play quarterback.
We got to figure out what's going on with Justin Fields on the field.
I do not believe he did that interview with the St. Brown brothers, right? And he said on there, they asked him straight up, they were like, you unfollowed the Bears today or yesterday. Why? He said, man, it's kind of like when you follow a girl on Instagram, you don't want to see your stuff anymore that you're not dating. I just don't want to see football stuff right now. I unfollowed the NFL too. I unfollowed a bunch of these other accounts.
Yeah.
I don't buy it. I think he's heard the rumors, and I think they're looking at him and going, yes, we are willing to trade you, and yes, we're not going to pay you next year.
Ryan Poles said he's a Bear.
I don't believe Ryan Poles to save my life.
Hey, Brian.
It's an interesting spot.
John Robinson looked at the camera and all of the Titans fans said, A.J. Brown is not going anywhere. He's a Titan until he's not and he retires. And literally in fucking 2 months later, he was going to the Eagles for a first and a third round pick, and I wanted to punch my TV screen until it shattered.
So basically Treylon Burks.
For Treylon Burks, that's literally it, because I don't think our third round pick's on the team.
Right.
Hey, BDOS.
Yes.
Do you follow your exes on Instagram?
I do not.
Well, congratulations to the Chicago Bears on drafting Caleb Williams.
Correct. There you go. All right. 14.
Where are we at? 14 spot. Baker Mayfield.
Who?
No, I'm just kidding. Although I am a huge Baker Mayfield fan, I'm not going to put him there. I'm going to go with, Kirk's hard to put there because, like you said, Brian, I don't know where to.
Right. I don't know where he's going.
We don't know where he's going.
Can we just assume he's in Minnesota?
Let's assume that he's 14.
I'm going to give you a bold pick here for 15. And I don't know if y'all are going to like it or not.
Don't throw something stupid.
Kyler Murray.
But no, Brian.
Kyler Murray.
No.
He's going to have Marvin Harrison Jr.
Listen, they tweeted and they said our franchise quarterback when nobody asked for it. All right? Nobody asked them. Nobody's made any stink about them not having a franchise quarterback. And the Twitter admin goes, you know what? That's my quarterback. He's going for 5,000 yards this year. It's easy.
What if Cliff Kingsbury wants Kyler Murray back and he's a Commander?
No, that ain't happening.
I'd hate my life.
Yeah, you should. You should.
So
all right, I want this 15.
I already do, so it wouldn't really matter.
It's not going to be Kyler Murray. If you put him there, I don't want my face associated with him.
Who's at 15? Come on.
Probably Trevor Lawrence.
Now, this is to me where it gets interesting. The last 15 picks.
Do you want to start from the bottom?
I know who I'm going to tell you is number 32, and that's J.J. McCarthy because he can't throw further than 2 yards. He looked like Brucey off of the longest yard.
No, at 32, you just have to put the Washington logo because it doesn't matter. We don't know who we're going to get, but whoever we get, that's 32. So
Drake May.
Washington Commanders are at 32. Okay.
Yeah, so put May, Hal, Jaden Daniel, whoever. It doesn't matter. Just put the Commanders.
I'm just putting Washington Commanders. Okay.
We're just going to live down there.
We're going to go up from there. So who is 31?
Will Levis.
Bryce Young?
Yeah, you can put Bryce Young there.
Yeah.
I actually did have him there.
I don't think he goes anywhere up. I don't think he goes anywhere down. I have Daniel Jones.
Well, if we want to do the 1A, 1B thing, you can put 1B Daniel Jones against the Commanders because he owns the Commanders.
I won't give him that credit because he has that stupid ass contract.
Well, sadly, he's got that credential from me. I've seen it too many times. Honestly, Tommy DeVito owns us too. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to lose to whoever.
They have Jaden Daniels going to the Patriots. That's the third pick, isn't it? They
Yeah.
have the third pick in the draft.
Man, I think Jaden Daniels is going to make some noise. Like I think his draft stock's going to go up.
I mean, he's an LSU quarterback. I can see it. I can see it happening where he's like, but I can also see him kind of being like a Will Levis. Everybody starts putting him into the draft in the first round now. Draft day comes and his name's not called first day. It goes second day. He's back at home. And then you pull a Will Levis and you go prove everybody wrong.
And I mean, and Drake May, I can see that too. And I don't know. I'm in a weird situation. I've already got a UNC quarterback. I really don't want the backup of the quarterback I already had when they were in college. I don't want two best friends on the same team. It's awkward as shit.
Valid point.
So that's what just put us at the bottom.
Who's at 29?
Derek Carr's got to be down there somewhere.
I agree with that.
I don't think you can put him at 29. There's worse.
I mean, are we putting Michael Penix in this? Because I don't even think he's going to be a starter.
They've got on their list, they've got Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, Drake May, J.J. McCarthy, and Jaden Daniels. Those are the four that they have.
Where are they?
They've got Caleb Williams at 12, Drake May at 21, Jaden Daniels at 23, Michael Penix at 27, and J.J. McCarthy at 31.
See, I don't like that because you're guessing.
Well, yeah, and they've got like J.J. McCarthy at the Falcons. They got Jaden Daniels at the Patriots. They've got Drake May at the Commanders, and they've got Caleb at the Bears.
I don't think McCarthy's a starter in the league.
I don't think he starts first year, but
I don't know if Penix is.
But I don't know if he goes to Atlanta, who takes that job? Do they go get Kirk?
Or who in Atlanta or
yeah?
I mean, I think Fields is there. I think that's almost a done deal unless the Steelers
on this on FanDuel, which again I think is a troll.
I think
he goes to the Steelers on this.
I think Russ goes to.
I think Tannehill goes to the Steelers. If you want to be honest, I don't think Fields ends up at the Steelers, but I also can see Tannehill going to the Falcons.
No, they're gonna throw somebody in there that can run the football.
Where did Arthur Smith end up?
The Steelers. That's why I think he goes to the Steelers.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Because they don't have a quarterback. I mean, they have a quarterback, but Kenny Pickett's not it apparently. So, and he's run in Arthur Smith's system before. He's had rookies underneath him before that he can have them back up. I mean that's just fair on their part. So, who are we putting here? Who are we putting at 31 or 30? What is this? 29. Sorry,
29.
I mean, if we're keeping Michael Penix in it, that's my vote.
Yeah,
I think Michael Penix.
I'll take that.
And hell, I'd put Bryce Young in front of him.
No, I don't think Bryce Young.
I just feel sorry for Bryce Young. He's that's the worst situation you could possibly be in.
He didn't have a first round pick this year, do they?
No, I mean they'd have Caleb Williams if they did.
Yeah, they're done. Okay, 28.
See, my thing would be to put every single one of those that are expected to be drafted at the very bottom in front of the Washington Commanders.
I think that they'll be better than Daniel Jones, though. That's the thing. Yeah. So I think that they'll be better than him.
But, I mean, you still got good quarterbacks.
Wait a second. We're going to move everybody up, okay?
Yeah, it would have been smart at the start.
I'm going to move everybody up, all right? And I'm going to put in J.J. McCarthy at 31 because he should be under the Commanders, actually. But you're right. The Commanders stink, so.
Left hand up.
The thing is, I can see Caleb Williams, beating out, I can see him beating out Justin Fields. I can see him not making it past the 20th spot. That's for sure.
If he's in Chicago, I can see him doing well in Chicago. Chicago's kind of in a good situation.
Yeah, but I don't think he's oh yeah, you're right. I'm thinking Justin Fields. But Caleb, I think he can do it, especially since they have if they take him with the first pick, and they get a receiver at 9, I think he is in a very good situation for what he's coming to because he can grow with that rookie receiver as well. And then
That's
they've
what I would
got,
do if I
I'm
was
pretty
them.
positive they've got like the 4th most cap space, so they can just go spend money and get an O-line. I mean,
Yeah, my dream situation is for Washington to trade back up to 4. So you draft a quarterback at 2 and then draft Marvin Harrison at 4. So then we're just broke when we have to pay both of them in 5 years.
Hey, that's fine, but you get a year or 2.
Yeah.
8 wins.
that's
Just
all you
rookie
need.
contracts.
You only need 1 year to win a Super Bowl. It's not like you need
Yeah.
multiple. We're not the
Sure.
Patriots and the Chiefs.
We're not building dynasties out here. We just need to.
I think this is much harder to go from 32 up, if you want to be honest.
Yeah. Can we go back to 15?
16.
Who was 15?
You got it. I've got. Can I delete this, please? Cut. Okay. 15, I got Kirk Cousins. 16, I got Trevor Lawrence.
We got our numbers off somewhere.
Wait. Let me do this again because I'm deleting PD. Okay, 15, I got Trevor Lawrence. 16.
Okay. All right, 16.
Did we put Baker anywhere?
Not yet.
No.
But here's my thing. Does Baker have Mike Evans next year?
Yeah, I'm assuming he does in this list.
I would put
Yeah.
put Baker at 19.
I'm gonna go with Baker at 16. Actually, no, I'm not. This is going out to the public. Let's see. Man, this is tough. All right, I'll go with Baker at 16.
And that's assuming he has Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Not saying he can't play without him, but with Mike Evans, that puts him over at least 5 spots.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have to go Kyler here?
I was going to go Will Levis-Kyler is what I was going to go.
I was gonna go Geno.
I think Geno's about done.
Mine was Will Kyler, Geno. That's what I have. 17, 18, and 19.
All right. I know you're biased, B-Doss. I'm not in love with what Levis yet, and I want him to be the guy.
I like Levis.
I'm just not in love with
He's going to
him.
be great.
I don't think you can put him at 17 because you still have Deshaun Watson.
They got Deshaun here at 25. Granted, again, this is a troll, I think, but I also don't think Deshaun's – is he going to get hurt again week 2? Like, what's going to happen to him? You know what I mean?
Well, it depends how good that training staff is and how good the massages are.
Yeah. Yeah.
True. So, I don't know. Okay, let's agree to this. Gino, or not Gino. Who did I say? I say Kyler. We can make the argument between Will and Deshaun Watson at 18 and 19.
Can we put Kyler if he has Marvin Harrison Jr.?
No. Kyler if his ACL is fully intact and doesn't look like Brian's.
All right. I say we go Kyler at 17.
Okay, I put Kyler Murray without B-Doss's ACL.
And then I'll go Levis.
Go Fields after that?
Yeah.
Or Anthony Richardson? I think Anthony Richardson will probably have a good year.
I don't think so. If they lose Michael Pittman Jr., he's not.
I don't think Michael Pittman Jr. is going to leave.
No, I don't either.
Might go to the Titans.
Okay.
Stay in the AFC South.
So you got Fields at 20.
You want to do Anthony Richardson at 19?
Yeah.
And then Justin Fields, Caleb Williams after that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, only if Justin Fields is with Pittsburgh, I see him being lower than Caleb Williams. I think if Justin Fields is in Atlanta, I think Fields has a very, very good team, and he's got a very good supporting cast in that area.
I think if you have Justin Fields in Atlanta, I think he could move up.
Atlanta could be
4 or 5 spots.
Atlanta could be a cheat code with that roster.
For sure.
Like, that is a fast offense.
100%. Granted, we can come out with our 2024 rankings preseason whenever preseason comes too. So this may change by the time we get to August, which is a good thing. Then I've got Russell Wilson, Derek Carr.
All right, I'll take Russ.
Oh, we forgot
I'm not
Deshaun
going
Watson.
Carr yet. Yeah, I'll go
Deshaun
Russ.
Watson.
No, I'll go Deshaun Watson, Russ. Then Carr.
Geno.
Then Geno, yeah.
I think Daniel. Actually, I don't know. I take that back. Retract that statement. The Giants if they lose Saquon, the Giants literally have no offensive weapons.
That's what I'm saying. It won't be
No,
good.
they don't have anybody.
Then you want to go. Who did we say we were?
You know who we forgot?
Oh,
you know who we
Daniels.
forgot off this? Jordan Love.
Oh, yeah, we got to go back now.
Yeah, I think from
in front of Kyler for sure.
Yeah,
honestly, I think in front of Jared Goff all the way down. We just move it down one.
I don't know if I put him in front of Goff yet.
Put him at 13.
I put him in front of Baker.
I put him in front of Baker.
They have him at number 8 on here.
I mean, just because he won a playoff game.
Yeah, but he was a top 5 quarterback last year. Okay, I'll take that back. That's going to be a clip. I just know it. He was a top 5 fantasy quarterback last year.
I feel comfortable at 16.
So put him above Baker and everybody else?
Yeah.
Who do we have above Baker right now?
Trevor Lawrence, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Brock Purdy, C.J. Stroud.
Is he above Lawrence?
I think he's above Lawrence, man.
On the stat compartment, I think so. But I mean, it's back to who do I want if I'm building a team?
I want Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
I think he's okay. Let's put him at 14 below Jared Goff.
Okay.
I can live with it.
Over Kirk Cousins.
I'm high on Jordan Love, and I have been since they drafted him. It's just been 1 year, which I know C.J. Stroud's the same way, but C.J. Stroud was flawless.
Who the hell does that leave? Drake May. Drake May at 27. Yeah. Well, yeah. Wait, no, we're missing somebody else because this says Drake May going to the.
We're at 26, 27, 28.
Where's Anthony Richardson? You already got him. I got 26 Geno. 27 was the one that was blank. 28 was Michael Penix, then Daniel Jones and Bryce Young, then Jaden Daniels and the Commanders team. Who are we missing?
Well, the Commanders team's taking up a spot.
We get Jalen Hurts in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Levis. We got J.J. McCarthy. We got Bryce Young.
We don't have Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones.
They got Jaden Daniels at the Patriots quarterback on here.
Oh.
Well, you need to put, unless he's a commander, for Drake May and Jaden Daniels, wherever we put them.
Yeah, but we're still missing one with that. It's the problem. We'll fix it.
We got Russ anywhere?
Yeah, we got Russell Wilson at 24.
Derek Carr?
Derek Carr is underneath him at 25.
Did we completely take J.J. McCarthy out?
J.J. McCarthy, that's exactly what it is. Wait. No, I didn't. Did I take him out? I put Jaden Daniels. Maybe that's why, because it's the Commanders are the last spot. So I got this. 32A, Washington Commanders.
Just clip that. I mean, don't even clip. Just cut that last 2 minutes of talking. You sound like a dumbass.
What is that? 113?
Or you can just leave it. Let people call you dumbass.
Sure. 30B, JJ.
Did we touch on NBA, or did we literally just talk about Luka and move on?
We moved on from there because we don't have much to talk about.
All right. Well, no, back to NBA. Heat culture's back.
You said that earlier.
Oh, did I? No, I didn't say they were back.
Yeah, you did. You said heat culture's back.
No, I said you got a taste of heat culture. I think I said heat culture's back before we started recording.
Oh, well, heat culture is back because they all got fucking suspended, which is crazy.
Yeah, we're so back.
We may just keep all that rambling in, to be honest. Make us look like idiots.
If you made it this far, we owe you some shots.
Yeah. We got a new sponsor coming next week. We'll give you something from them. You don't know what it is yet, but you'll find out next week.
Yeah.
All right. That's our 32 listed quarterbacks and their rankings from us. We'll come out with another one of those at preseason. Fellas, good podcast. Second one.
A lot of rambling.
We appreciate everybody listening. Tell your friends to listen. It's a lot of rambling. It's a lot of talk.
Are you skipping the bets?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Cut that.
He forgot them.
No, I didn't. I've got it right here. It's pulled up my screen.
He forgot them.
Those are some closing comments right there. I was about to sign off.
My closing comments are different.
I'm sitting here looking at the games, getting ready for this segment.
But yeah, we're gonna. Now you got me all messed up.
Oh yeah, blame it on us now.
I think you were messed up to begin with.
One parlay, one straight bet. Last week we stuck. I got 1 of the 4 on the parlay, and I got 0 of the straight pick because I stink.
All right, I'll lead it off.
Go ahead.
I said that, and then here I am looking stupid.
Yeah, well.
How'd your stats go last week, Trevor?
Oh, it wasn't good.
Oh, I thought I was looking good. Murray State started getting their ass whooped by like the worst team in the Missouri Valley, which completely ruined it. And then they came back and won by 12, and I got them minus 12.5. So my parlay would have hit. Belmont, they won. They covered the spread. Indiana State covered the spread. Murray State was a point away from covering the spread.
Old Cream is out there doing his thing, man.
Yeah. So never betting on the Racers again. I'm done until next year.
Nope.
Honestly, until maybe next week in the tournament.
Who's up first, Lamar?
Yeah.
And you can add anything into this. It doesn't have to be college basketball. I know y'all know that, but
I'm going college basketball. That's the only.
For the viewers, we can do anything on these and just make it a parlay or straight bet. But
yeah, I'm gonna stay college basketball until it's over.
Yeah, same here. I'm gonna take that Florida over South Carolina money line. I'm gonna stick with my Fighting Illini. This is a parlay.
Yep, money line.
Yep, we're gonna stick strictly to money lines because it's kind of pointless. I learned my lesson not seeing the spread and then betting. So
yeah, it's tough.
I'm just gonna stick to money lines. If you bet enough, you'll make a decent profit.
I did hit me a nice little 16-leg one this past weekend.
There you go.
Thanks for sharing.
And then I'll take that Auburn over Mississippi State because that'll probably be a decent spread. But I'm gonna take just the money line. It'll probably be a nice one.
Which one did you just say? Sorry.
Auburn over Mississippi State. And then the doozy.
Okay.
My lock or my one pick is going to be St. Mary's straight up against the Gonzaga.
Not a bad pick. Davis?
I'm going to go with UT Martin money line. The Skyhawks. Northwestern money line. And then give me pause. Oh, let's go to this Tennessee-Alabama game. I don't know. What do y'all think the odds would be being Tennessee being away?
I think Tennessee's still probably like minus 200. Don't say no to me. Don't.
I'm not arguing with you anymore.
You can't argue with me. I'm always right.
I'm way wrong.
I'm a bookie at this point.
I want to say Tennessee money line, but I don't really know if it's going to be worth the money putting into it.
You could probably go their spread.
Well, like Lamar said, not knowing the line, it's hard. I wouldn't have taken Murray State minus 12.5. I know they're favored by that much.
That's all I guess. It's all I guess anyway. It doesn't
You know
matter if I
what?
them or not.
Villanova had a big game the other night, even though Georgetown's not good. Give me Villanova over Providence.
Okay. Straight pick.
Shit.
Lock of the century. Lock of the week.
Oh, I mean, Kentucky's going to roll Arkansas.
Okay. Mine?
Honestly, I'll take the spread on that. Not even money. Like, give me the Kentucky spread.
Damn it, dude. That's what I was going to take. I was so excited when you didn't say it. I was fixing to take it. All right. Brian's parlay is going to be, do I want to make that my lock of the week or do I want to make it? All right. I got Kentucky money line, obviously. I think they roll them. I've got – where's that? I've got Tennessee. I had Tennessee money line, but I'm going to go Tennessee spread away at Alabama. And Wes is going to yell at me to tell me to stop betting on Tennessee because it always makes them lose when they've won every other time I bet on them. So I don't really care. I'm going to make my lock. That's great. I'm going to do because I need this to happen. I need Florida to win, so I'm going to take South Carolina spread. That makes sense because that means if I bet on it, it's not going to happen, which means they lose. It's going to be awesome. And then to finish it out, I'm going to have the I love this Marquette Creighton game. I watched Creighton play last night, and I'm going to be honest with you. I was very impressed. Number 55 on Creighton is a beast. Creighton money line.
I still haven't really watched them this year. I love their coach. I've liked their coach for years.
What's his name? McDermott. His last name is McDermott. What's his first name?
Greg.
Greg, that's it. My lock of the week. I'm doubling down, baby. Baylor money line.
Ooh.
I'm doubling it down.
I'm not gonna talk you out of that one this week.
I might tell that one.
Okay.
I'll tell that.
Be on the lookout on all the socials. I'll have those up this Saturday morning when we place the bet Saturday morning, Friday night, whenever we decide to do it. I'll probably place mine Saturday morning when I get up. And they'll be up. I actually created it. I didn't have my wife do it. I finally figured out how to use a graphics maker. So it probably doesn't look as good as hers, but hey, we're here. So
yeah. So I'm saving this part for the last, since we're signing off now, because nobody wants to hear it anyway. NASCAR, guys. NASCAR's back. Did y'all see the finish this past weekend?
I did. It looked like the Cars movie. I agree.
Holy
with that.
shit, man. I watched all 200-something laps for 4 hours just to watch that, but it was worth it.
This is a sports podcast.
Not a Take a Left podcast.
Those are the best athletes in the country.
No.
Okay.
But anyway, Daniel Suarez, he made 800 left turns the fastest by 3 1,000ths of a second.
Awesome. Proud of him.
Congrats, Daniel.
Proud of him.
Congrats, Dan.
All right. Fellas, anything else?
That's it. That was a good one.
No.
I think it was a good podcast.
Happy leap year. Happy birthday to all the leap year babies.
Today is on the day of this recording. We technically didn't record because this day does not exist. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Happy 6th birthday to Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah. The assist king. It's going to be crazy. Fellas, good podcast. It was fun. We appreciate everybody for sticking it through the first week. We know we're learning on the fly, just like y'all are listening on the fly. So we're learning how to edit audio, make graphics, do stuff like that. We appreciate all of you. We will be back next week, next Friday. Not going to tell you what we're talking about yet. So keep it a surprise, but be on the lookout for social media. Our bets will be up. Our clips will be up. Like them, follow us, share it, do whatever you can. We appreciate you. New sponsor next week. That's all I got. See you later. Peace.
Left hand up.